jetzt wollen wir Herrn Dr. Yakymenko zu uns bitten, denn er wird uns die neuesten wissenschaftlichen Erkenntnisse präsentieren. Mr. Yakymenko, thank you very much for coming. Er wird uns jetzt seine neuesten Erkenntnisse über Waveex präsentieren.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very glad to be here, and thank you, organizer, to invite me, and thank all of you for the great evening. I'm sure it will be interesting and had very good result. During maybe last 10 years, I had a pleasure to collaborate with many great scientists over the world on the studying of cell phone radiation risks. We had a few rather successful research and publications, and maybe years ago I was contacted by Waveex company to assess their products, and truly speaking I was a little bit skeptical, but during the test we obtained very interesting results which I would like to share with you today. Actually, 2 points should be discussed here. If cell phone radiation harmful for our health, and second, if so, does Waveex technology protect us from cell phone radiation? Obviously yes, because I'm here, but nevertheless the question was in such tone. A couple of words. What is cell phone radiation? You know, cell phone radiation connect with base station generally by microwaves, the same microwaves that we use in military radar or inside the microwave oven, or even in heat shock weaponry. The only difference now, we keep the source of microwave just near our brain, just near our genital organs, and even near the brain of our children. I'm sorry. Okay. Approximately maybe 10 little more years ago, we in scientific literature obtained first very strong evidence on cell phone radiation cancer promotion. Firstly, it was Professor Leonard Hardell from Sweden who actually demonstrated that people after 10 years of cell phone use had significantly higher level of gliomas, the most aggressive tumor of brain, and acoustic neuromas. It's tumor of our acoustic nerve. Later, this data were confirmed by many other researchers, and for example, Israeli scientists demonstrated that people who are heavy users of cell phone, they have significantly higher level of parotid tumor. It's our salivary gland near the ear. This and other data resulted in a 2011 decision of the World Health Organization to classify radio frequency, we can say cell phone radiation, as possibly carcinogenic to humans. And the paradox is not so many people know about this decision. Nevertheless, it's yet from 2011. Among the other symptoms which could be provoked due to cell phone radiation, it's headache, it's earache, ringing in the ears, sleeping disorders, and many other. How often these problems can be? Actually, here you see the data of our survey among Ukrainian students. You see from 20 to 64% of young people experience headache or earache during a long-term cell phone conversation, and the number strongly depends on time of cell phone use per day. And another important issue, it's our children. Unfortunately, in scientific literature today, we don't have research on health of children. But here is a great presentation of Professor Gandhi from Utah University. If we compare the brain of children, the microwaves penetrate in child brain mind deeper than, for example, in adult brain, and that is why we should expect much more health problem among children than even among adults just in nearest year, unfortunately. And another part of research on cell phone radiation, it's about biological effects. Why do we have such health health symptoms? Many laboratories over the world study the issue, and for example here approach of our laboratory, we used developing whale embryos, very simple but very effective model. For example, we demonstrated that just a few days of developing embryo exposure to commercial cell phone significantly depress embryo development. But what is much more important, we discovered that exposed embryonic cells contained much more higher level of DNA damage. Actually, what we see here, it's broken DNA in so-called comet tail, and it's rather dangerous situation. Next, we discovered that free radical productions in exposed embryonic cells increase significantly. Here, the level of superoxide, the most I would see a key free radical of molecular oxygen in a living cell, and significantly increased level after exposure of typical commercial cell phone. And next, we demonstrated that oxidative damage of DNA also was significantly higher in exposed embryonic cells than in control. You see 2-3 times higher level, and it's we now know that that damage of DNA has oxidative nature. It's not only data of our laboratory. Recently, we analyzed actually all peer-reviewed publications on oxidative effects of cell phone or microwaves radiation, and we found 93 articles which confirmed oxidative effects, and only 7 articles which didn't find oxidative effects of cell phone radiation. So today, oxidative mechanism of cell phone radiations is kind of generally accepted among many scientists, among many medical specialists, mechanism of cell phone radiation potential health problem. And now second part of my presentation, what about Waveex? As I said at the beginning, my team was a little bit skeptical because Waveex actually doesn't affect microwave radiation, but many scientists and my colleagues as well thought that microwaves is the most part of cell phone radiation, but instead Waveex balances low frequency magnetic field. Yeah, low frequency magnetic field, we can read about this issue in the prospect, for example. Okay, we planned classical biotest with our model developing quail embryos. One group was unexposed control, second was smartphone radiation exposed embryos, and third group was smartphone radiation plus Waveex chip. As we expected, after smartphone radiation, embryonic cells had significantly higher level of DNA damage, but unexpectedly for us, Waveex applying actually led to returning of the level of DNA damage almost to control level. And it was very interesting. And then we checked superoxide radical production, and again we saw significantly higher level, 2-3 times higher level of superoxide production in a smartphone radiation exposed embryos, but significantly lower level of superoxide production in group with Waveex applied. It was not totally control level, but nevertheless it was significantly lower than in smartphone only exposed group. And maybe the most effective part of the biotest, we detected again two time higher level of oxidative damage of DNA after smartphone radiation exposure, and significantly lower level of oxidative damage of DNA after Waveex applying. Obviously, it's important issue, practically important. That is why I am talking about. I discussed this issue with you today. But I should underline that it's very important, because what we see here. Important role of low frequency magnetic field, because in this both group microwaves the same. Waveex don't affect microwaves, but nevertheless we see strict biological effects of microwaves. It's very important, as I said, practically and scientifically. Okay, return to the questions. Is cell phone radiation harmful? Definitely yes. Does Waveex technology work? Definitely yes. But we should ask the last question. Do we still need to practice the precautionary principle? It means the less exposure, the better. My answer, definitely yes, because cell phone radiation and biological effects of cell phone radiation both are so complex issues that we couldn't apply only Waveex. Yeah, we should think about more broader issue. Nevertheless, Waveex, it's a great technology which protects us. Thank you all for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you. Vielen Dank an Herrn Dr. Yakymenko für seine wissenschaftlichen Erkenntnisse, dass er uns das heute hier präsentiert hat.